Hello everyone, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm. On this channel, I talk about books, manga, anything that has a spine to it. I do videos once to twice a week, so every Monday and or Friday, you will get a new video. Sorry. All right, so we're going to be going over review of the Kindle Colorsoft. I've had this device for 1 year. Before I begin, this is a pre-recorded video. Things will change, but if you're getting it right now, nothing's changed. All right. So I bought this device last year, February, and this was, I believe, a week or 2 weeks before they went and got rid of the ability for you to transfer your books over. Now, I have been spending the entire year trying to get my Kindle books down to an amount. I am now down to about 82 books. So that's good. That is good. So one of the huge things that people like about Colorsoft is that the covers are in color. Now, for me, having this device for a year now, I really don't care much about the color. It's kind of a novelty item. However, since this is most likely going to be the future of e-readers going forward, I decided to keep it because you never know. So unlike the Kobo and the Nook, the Kindle is designed to get you to buy more books. This is just how they make their money. Right over here is all your shit, and then down here would be, of course, their shit. Now, I have Comixology, and the reason I have Comixology is that I'm going to be reading like comic books and manga, things like that. That's definitely going to be part of the amount of books that I consume this year. But right now I'm more about like reading the manga instead of the comic books. And then of course if it's like Kindle Unlimited on top of it, then it definitely is, there are plenty of, like, I'm gonna be absolutely honest. There are so many books on here I would really like to read, but I'm not gonna be able to read them all because you can't read them all. Now, they don't show Comixology titles on here at all. I guess it'd just be too much for them. But as somebody who is reading manga and likes to see her manga covers in color, I really happen to like this device. Now, so we're going to go over to my library. Now, my library, I have it like this. And this is because I like to be able to navigate. Like if I want, like my uncollected is basically all the books that I have read, but it also is the folder that new downloads are put on, and then you can move them around to where you want to go. So I have Books of the Month, and no, it's not the service, but Books of the Month is basically a folder that I have all the books that I am reading at this time. Like I'm reading 12 months. I'm reading one chapter a day for 12 months in the book. But also on my days off, I read around 2. I am almost done with Sinister Sprinkles. That will actually be the next book that's going to go into the uncollected. And then what happens is once I'm done with that book, then I go to my TBR. My TBR is all the books that I have already, all the books I have not yet read. And there's a total of about 84 books. So what I like to do is I like to scroll down to the very bottom of the pile. These are books that have been in my collection for quite a long time, and I just want to basically give them an opportunity to be read. So I will scroll all the way down, and here are the bottom books. However, I don't want to read another donut shop mystery, and I definitely am not ready to read Brandon Sanderson. So I just go up here, and I'm actually going to be reading that book. That book is actually going to go down. So every time that I read a book, it will go into the uncollected, and then I will pick another book that will do that. I am taking my time with these books. I'm not really in a giant hurry to read them all. If I don't get all 80 some books read, I'm definitely not going to be upset. Then we have my horror books, and these are basically books that I have procured or gotten. So what I may just end up doing is after I finish, Death by Eggnog, I will most likely go into my horror section, or I may just wait until April, because April is also a time when people start doing their horror thing, and I already know I'm going to get, because I've started reading Typhoid Mary, though it's only at 1%. Once I am done reading Typhoid Mary, that will also go into my uncollected or unsolicited, and yeah. So for every 2 books that I read on my books of the month, I will pull up a horror book and I will read it. So going back to the library, so one of the things that I like about this device is it has auto adjust light. Now my Paperwhite does not have it. This is not, so the Paperwhite 12th gen does have automatic, like what it has on here, but you have to get the signature edition to get it, and I did not want to cough up money for a signature edition, not when I had a Colorsoft in a signature edition body. So yeah, I mean, what's the point? You know, what is the point in doing that? I do still love Kindle Unlimited, and I still have it because I was like, hey, you know, I'm going to save some money. Now, as far as like manga's concerned, I'm basically like getting, like, I'll take like a manga, like say for instance I read all my manga that I have on here, I will go back to Comixology and I will get like volume 2 or volume 3 of whatever manga that I'm reading, and then I will read that, and then I will get more. I actually have One Piece on here. It's in my manga folder, and I read that one, and I thought it was the zaniest, oddest thing I ever read in my life, and I loved it. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went and on my uncollected, I forgot to move it up, but I actually have volumes 2 and 3 of One Piece, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna eat it up. Before long I'll be at like 111, and then once I hit that, then basically I'll either decide if I'm going to send the entire thing to uncollected, or I'm just going to keep it as is, because I know that unless they announce it's the final volume of One Piece, they will bring out another one, and it'll just be, you know, easier for me to do it that way. So yeah, I mean, I did a video earlier this month where I talked about, you know, why like these people that promote, like, oh, yeah, we're going to, oh, LCD screens are better to read manga and comic books because they show, they show the vivid color. And while that's all good and great if you're in your 20s with good eyesight, when I get back home from work and I want to unwind with a manga, I don't need the vivid screen. Not when I've been staring at a vivid screen all day or all night. I do not need to look at another vivid screen, another LCD screen. I don't need it. My eyes cannot take. Sometimes I work 5 hours and I'm staring at an LCD screen for 5 hours. Why in the world would I want to look at another LCD screen when I got home? And that is something that is highly important to me as somebody that, of course, has to wear one of these because, oh, lo and behold, my eyesight is not as it used to be. So, anyways, I mean, I know some people are like, well, Kindles are bad to read comics, or Kindles are bad to read this or that, and I'm like, I honestly don't care. I just don't care, and that's just, how I am as somebody that whose eyesight is not as good as it used to be. But I like, for as far as like reading manga, and you want a splash of color and everything, and you like your comicology, the Colorsoft is perfect. Now, if you don't care about that stuff, but you still care about your comicology, then yeah, get the Paperwhite. Get the Paperwhite. But yeah, overall, I'm enjoying it a lot. It's been a wonderful year. I may not have used it as much as I was originally planning on to use it, but I have used it enough to know that this is a nice product. And if you love being part of the Amazon ecosystem, hey, I'm not going to attack you for it, because hey, you do you. But I will say this, I will never buy a Kobo Libra Color because it is over $200, and I've already spent over $200 for this device. So I do not need another expensive color e-reader. I don't. I don't. Sorry, people that love their Kobo Libra colors. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Alrighty, that is my video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.